Well, despite an order from a federal judge, the Department of Homeland Security announced this morning that Trump's travel ban is still in full effect. The New York judge issued an order late last night that bars the United States from deporting travelers with valid visas. However, this ruling only covers part of Trump's executive action that bans and deports immigrants and visitors from 7 predominantly Muslim countries. During a news conference at Dulles International Airport, Governor Terry McAuliffe announced he's asked Attorney General Mark Herring to look into all legal remedies available to help people who may be detained in the Commonwealth. The governor said he heard a family was being held at Dulles, but was working to confirm that with federal officials. Both McAuliffe and Herring say Trump's action will breed hatred.
How do we expect people around the globe to assist the United States of America in combating the war on terror if we are sending a message, if you help America, we won't ever let you come to the United States of America?
This is wrong-headed, and it is un-American, and we're going to work together to make sure that we uphold the values for which this nation has been so admired since the days of our founding fathers.
Joining in on those sentiments, Senator Tim Kaine said in a statement, in part, quote, "We should continue to thoroughly vet all refugees who enter the United States, but we cannot abandon our core principles. If we turn our backs on widows and orphans fleeing the very evil we despise, we do not defeat our enemies, we surrender to them." And we'll hear more from Senator Kaine on this issue when he appears this morning on Meet the Press. That begins at 9. The dissent from lawmakers hasn't stopped the uproar from citizens. Airports across the country have seen protests against the actions. In Dulles, crowds could be heard lined up at the receiving area to chant and cheer for refugees and immigrant families. Continuing our coverage on the Commander-in-Chief's latest executive orders is NBC's Sarah Rosario.
A nationwide stay allowing people detained at airports across the country who landed with valid visas to temporarily remain in the United States.
We jumped into court immediately, overnight, and requested this emergency stay to ensure that individuals would not be returned back to their countries.
President Trump's executive order banning Syrian refugees indefinitely and immigration from these predominantly Muslim countries for 90 days went into effect overnight, leaving as many as 200 travelers stranded, not allowed into the country. Let them out! From New York to San Francisco, thousands gathered at airports to protest the action.
A single signature shut down the lives of many people trying to connect with their families.
The president says it's to prevent radical Islamic terrorists.
This notion that refugees are potential terrorists is at best an exaggeration because we do not have really any evidence that this happens.
Is it a Muslim ban?
Totally. It's not a Muslim ban, but we were totally prepared. It's working out very nicely. You see it at the airports, you see it all over. It's working out very nicely.
As the president wraps up a whirlwind first week in office, 18 executive orders, 11 conversations with world leaders, and his first formal visit. Sarah Rosario, NBC News.
Multiple world leaders have criticized the travel ban. Canada's prime minister said Canada would offer a home to refugees. Justin Trudeau tweeted yesterday that, quote, "Diversity is our strength." This morning, British Prime Minister Theresa May criticized the order. Her official spokesperson said she does not agree with the order and will challenge U.S. officials if it affects British nationals. The official comment came after May refused to condemn the ban during a visit to Turkey to meet with Turkish leaders. May was in Washington and met with the president last Thursday.